Hello everyone, my name is Joshua and this is the 197th video on my video journal series. Today's date is Monday, the 24th of August, 2026. How's everyone been? I've been pretty good, thank you. And today, I didn't really do much. I just had to recover from my illness. I feel a lot better now, obviously. My voice is a little bit getting there. I feel a lot better, feel refreshed. And my mum actually took me out to eat today at a bistro so that I could help regain some weight. Because something I noticed when you get sick is that you lose a lot of weight. In fact, just a little sidetrack. I actually got a new belt not too long ago, and the current hole I'm at used to fit me well, but now I notice it's a little bit loose. So that just signified to me that, hey, I lost some weight, which is good. But I want to remain at like a sort of consistent size. I always like to get the one size up, better than getting the one size down. But it does make it a little bit annoying sometimes for pants and belts and all that. And I know you can just like add a hole in the belt over here, like an extra hole, but then the tail's too long and it just waves around everywhere. It's so annoying. So I got to come up with a fix for it. But anyway, yeah, we went to the bistro today because she wanted me to, eat after being sick for a while, eat some good quality food. And yet again, she got her usual, the prawn linguine. I got my chicken schnitzel, which was, obviously a chicken schnitzel, and some chips and gravy, which was really nice. But I wasn't really in much of an appetite. And my mum noticed, and I don't know, maybe it's due to the fact that maybe I wasn't feeling a lot like schnitzel, like because pretty much like that was the only special they had on their menu today, and I was like, oh, it's on special. I'll go grab it. But maybe I should just grab something else. But I must admit, I really was into the chips and gravy, but maybe not the schnitzel. And I feel like it'll be, uh, you know, maybe a few more days or weeks before I recover my appetite. Right now, I'm just still continuing to eat dry foods, solids, and all that. Obviously, drinking liquid, but not really getting back into sugary drinks, I guess. Except like apple juice, which my mom thinks is healthy, but really has like a copious amount of sugar in it. So take that what you will. But I guess, it's just one of those things you have to live with now, or just readjust to life after being sick for a while. By that, I just mean a few days, but, if this illness went on for weeks and months, then it could have, really, I guess, changed my body. You do lose a lot of weight, and when you're sick, you obviously need to eat because you got to obviously maintain your body, and you got to take care of it. Uh, but yeah, that's just something I have to sort of get back into, eating. But anyway, and obviously, I've been really wanting to do another Detective Conan movie review on this channel. I just didn't really have the time to do it uh, last week or the week before. But hopefully, I'll be able to do one this week. No promises, but I have been really, really busy, especially with assignments. So yeah, hopefully I can do another one. I got them saved on my laptop, so don't worry. As soon as TMS release them on the YouTube channel, I just give it a flick through, save it onto my computer, and yeah, I'll be really happy to watch one of his films again. I love watching the Detective Conan film series, and I can't wait for the one that's going to come out next year. But yet again, though, I like to wait like a year before I review these movies, just in case, for spoilers. But anyway, I can most probably close that book. And anything for the week ahead? Not really. I say that, but things are always going to pop up. Mostly it'll just be me focusing on yet again university work, which doesn't really sound all that exciting, but for me it's something that I have to get used to, and it does require a lot of writing. What I do, so you're often at a laptop just writing and writing and writing all day, and it can seem quite monotonous. And the thought of just being isolated in a room for a long time, it is, does things to your health, physically, I mean, because, you don't have much sunlight, fresh air. I used to remember I actually used to bring my laptop outside and just study like my garden. But I stopped doing that because obviously the sun will get too bright and, there'll be like a glare in the screen. But it was a really nice and refreshing experience. I wish I did that a little bit more nowadays. But I guess I could always like read a book outside. But everything I do in terms of uni work is online. So yeah, it might be good for, I guess, recreational uh, purposes, but for educational purposes, unfortunately, you got to do it indoors, and I can't really do it in my like own room as well because my house is like a very noisy house. So I often have to come to this place, this isolated place, which is soundproof, um, and I just sit here, work on my laptop. So yeah, that's pretty much how I'm like able to do work and even generate ideas for videos while I'm on the couch doing work. I'm like, hey, that's a nice idea. Maybe I'll talk about that or discuss it in today's entry, for instance. But anyway, anything else? I guess if I really had to bring it back to what I said earlier, about losing weight. Life after, being sick for a few days, trying to, I guess, slowly reintegrate yourself back into society, back into daily chores and tasks. Can be a hard thing to do. Um, take it from me, right? I've, lost weight and now I have to, you know, eat food and drink water so that I can, like, continue to remain healthy and, you know, make sure that I guess, like, my pants fit, but at the same time, I want to eat healthy foods. Uh, I want to get my stomach full, but not full with junk food and oils and fats and all that. Just with healthy food, with carrots, with apples, with even if it's just toast with butter on it. I know butter isn't really all that healthy for you, but just a little slice of it will do. Um, and maybe like less on the chocolates. I might just stop buying chocolates for a while because I feel like that's a major contributor towards my poor diet. And I guess with uni tomorrow, it will just be I guess what could really be my tactic? I guess to show up an hour before your first class starts or 30 minutes, so you could sit down there and not worry about if the trains or buses run late. But at the same time, I don't want to be there too early. I want to maximize my sleep. And then obviously, oh, sorry, I do remember, I do have something tomorrow. I figured a lot of things. I am hanging out with a friend tomorrow, one of my high school friends. So, yeah, it will be a pretty packed day after uni. We're just going to meet up, even if it's for like half an hour or so, which will, I guess, obviously, I haven't seen this high school friend in person for, I think it's been around 1 or 2 months. It's been I wouldn't say a fair while, but we meet infrequently in person now. But yeah, it will be fun. But I don't want to push myself too hard, and yeah, I guess just trying to sort of think beyond, like, where to now. Now I feel refreshed. Now I feel like I've hit like a sort of like soft reset. um how can I approach things now? How can I approach like 9 hour long days, which I know for those working a 9 to 5 in the office, they're used to it. But at the same time, you know how much sort of strain that puts on your body if you do a 9 to 5 every uh, you know work 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 day. Yes, I know what the word work day is. I just didn't want to confuse it with weekend, or just make sure I'm using the correct terminology, because yet again it is very late at night and I do get my words a little bit mixed up. But yeah, like commuting into the city every day and all that just really does something. Fatigue mostly. So yeah, that's just something I guess I'm trying to prevent at my age right now. And yeah, I guess to really end off this video, I guess one of the big challenges for me now is just trying to like, get back into the groove of things, get back into I guess eating, uh, healthy foods and all that, eating like proper meals. Uh, I guess all these things sound like pretty common, but even now, I just feel like I'm still mentally in the mood of eating like plain rice and toast when really I know that won't be enough to fill me. I gotta eat, something nice like a steak or chicken, get some meat. Um, but I don't know. Maybe I just have to give it like another week or two before I'm in like the meat or chicken mood again. Um, but yet again, though, chicken with rice is really, really good. I'll eat that any day of the week. Maybe not a schnitzel right now, but chicken with rice. And I want to hear your experience. Have you ever had a moment where you recover from a sickness, but yet you still feel like um, you know you're not fully there yet? You need to sort of like recalibrate your diet. You know, um, and how long does that last for? Does it last for a few days, weeks, months? Who knows? It depends on the condition. But I guess my life can't just be toast all day. It has to be a few other things than toast. Toast, preferably in the morning, but it won't do morning, lunch, and breakfast. I need to have a balanced diet and have a balanced um, sort of lifestyle. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say today. I know this today's video might seem a little bit lacking, but mind you, I'm just trying to, I guess, think of things more relevant towards today than something like yesterday or the day before. I just want to focus on, I guess, what's going to come ahead. Anyway, that's enough of me talking and rambling on, and I guess I'll catch you all next time. Bye, see you, take care. Catch you all tomorrow.